what I would say is a must is for you to have, it's no different from any other profession or vertical in law. You need to have a constant drive and yearning for policy reform, and that should give you the kind of satiation or high in terms of your work product. Um, if I have to counsel someone to say how would you go about this, I would say firstly focus on in law school on figuring out which sectors interest you, focus on interpretation of statutes, focus on administrative law, focus on comparative laws. These are often subjects that don't generally find the spotlight, but they are pretty much the magna carta if you want to be looking at the policy space. Then I would, as I said previously, I would say for someone to try and dabble in working with a parliamentarian or a think tank or an organization to get a heady first-hand experience of what this involves. And from there, I think the path is then open for all sorts of avenues. You can jump onto a company, you could work with the parliamentarian on a formal basis. I know of a whole host of people who went in as fellows or legislative assistants to parliamentarians, who the parliamentarians ultimately took on their own roles. They really, again, they saw the value that these people could contribute as professionals to the performance of the parliamentarian, and which is really, really great. So my advice would be, most importantly, get to learning and being exposed to every tool that there is in the policy making space. So that means legislative drafting, that means looking at policy formulation, that means understanding a heady understanding of the parliamentary and the bill passage process and how the government works, and all of that would come to the fore in your early years. Unfortunately, to the best of my knowledge, there's no formal credit course on public policy in law schools currently. We have, as a firm and as individuals, gone to select law schools, select because they had the appetite and it sort of coincided with the time that we had. We would love to do this much, much more. To do a limited credit course for interested students on public policy making in India. And it's actually the need of the hour. If you were to really help law students who are keen on this subject, you need to have a full credit course with the right set of exercises, like you have in many, many jurisdictions across the world, to come in.